Hi guys, today I will be telling a true horrifying story of a person, so for a good experience you can wear your headphones. It was a dark and stormy night, the kind that sends shivers down your spine. I found myself driving down a desolate road, rain pelting against my windshield like angry whispers. Lightning flashed, illuminating the twisted branches of the surrounding forest. A sense of unease settled upon me, like a heavy cloak draped over my shoulders. As I pressed on, a figure emerged from the misty haze. A hitchhiker, drenched and disheveled, stood at the roadside, his eyes reflecting desperation. My conscience tugged at me, urging me to help. I pulled over and invited him in, my empathy overpowering the caution bells ringing in my head. He settled into the seat beside me, his presence exuding an eerie aura. His words were few, his voice a mere whisper carried by the wind. I glanced at him from the corner of my eye, and a shiver ran down my spine. There was something off about him, something I couldn't quite put my finger on. As we drove further, the atmosphere inside the car grew stifling. The air was heavy with an indescribable dread, like a foreboding omen. I tried to engage in small talk, but his responses were vague, evasive. I couldn't shake the feeling that he knew something I wasn't meant to discover. Suddenly, he pointed to a dilapidated house nestled among the trees. "Stop here," he whispered, his voice a mere breath against my ear. Reluctantly, I obliged, my curiosity mingling with an overwhelming sense of trepidation. The house loomed before us, a haunted relic of forgotten nightmares. He led me inside, the floorboards creaking under our weight. The walls dripped with a musty dampness, the stench of decay lingering in the air. The flickering candlelight cast eerie shadows on the peeling wallpaper, as if the house itself held its breath, waiting for the unspeakable to unfold. I followed him into the basement, my heart pounding in my chest like a trapped animal. The staircase descended into darkness, each step an agonizing descent into the unknown. A chill clung to the air, biting at my exposed skin, raising goosebumps that stood like sentinels. As we reached the bottom, I gasped at the sight before me. The room was filled with arcane symbols, etched onto the floor in crimson paint. Candles flickered, casting dancing shadows on the walls. My companion stood in the center, his eyes glowing with an unholy fire. It was then that I realized the true horror of my situation. He was no ordinary hitchhiker. He was a vessel, a conduit for malevolent forces. My blood ran cold as he began to chant, his voice resonating through the chamber, summoning an ancient evil. I tried to escape, but my legs were like lead, rooted to the floor. Fear gripped me, constricting my chest, as if a vice had been tightened around my heart. The room filled with a noxious odor, the stench of sulfur invading my senses. As the incantation reached its crescendo, the ground trembled beneath my feet. The walls seemed to close in, pressing against my sanity. Shadows writhed and contorted, reaching out with ethereal hands that threatened to pull me into their realm. I screamed, but my voice was swallowed by the darkness. In that moment, I knew that I had stumbled into a nightmare from which there would be no awakening. I had unwittingly become a pawn in a game of supernatural forces, trapped in a realm of eternal horror. I hope this chilling tale gives you the suspense and fright you were looking for. If yes, then do subscribe to my channel. Bye.